Hello, it's Jonathan Porterfield of Eco Cars and another video clip of another great hybrid car. It's another Toyota Prius. It's registered on an 09 plate, 29th of April 2009, so it's just over 3 years old and it's just had its first MOT today as we've picked it up from Toyota Leasing. So it's in this nice Aztec bronze. It's the T-Spirit, as you can see, with the reversing camera, the park assist. Under here we have a small compartment, and under here we have the space saver spare, which has never been used, and we've got a load cover, and the seats split in a 70-30 split, so it's very clean. The boot's not showing any signs of undue wear at all. We sell lots of Prius. They are a lovely car to own, and this is rather special because, as you can see, one of the options for the T-Spirit was leather. Now most have black leather, but this one has this rather nice cream leather upholstery. It's not showing any tears or rips. It smells lovely in here. Door cards are in good order. We have some official Toyota over fabric mats and some mat pockets in the back. Being the T-Spirit, we get side airbags and also an upgraded hi-fi system as well with extra speakers. Showing you in the front, we have the driver's seat. It's not yet been cleaned, so this very sort of slight greyness will definitely clean up, so we've not valeted this properly yet. I'm just looking at the passenger seat. Again, it's very clean. Those tiny marks will actually come out, so we'll have a proper valet of this Prius. And again, we've got fabric overmats in the front passenger well, and an official Prius mat in the front driver's well. Looking in the driver's door card, of course, we've got these cream inserts, leather inserts on all the door cards. The driver's side is a one-shot electric window. All the rest are electrically operated as well. To lock all the doors, isolate the windows, and electrically operated wing mirrors. The driver's seat is also height adjustable as well. I'll just show you how we start a Prius. That's the key that fits in the slot. Now there are two keys as well. Put your foot on the brake, press power. There we go, the car has now started and is now running. I'll show you the guaranteed mileage there, 87,304 miles, and this will be a little higher as we'll be using this vehicle ourselves. Lots of features on the T-Spirit. I'll run through them briefly. We have cruise control, we have satellite navigation, which works very well in the Prius. We also have an information system which tells you your miles per gallon, your average miles per gallon as well. Voice activation.
Please say the command after beep.
Audio on.
Turning audio system on.
Which is very useful.
Please say the command after beep.
Audio off.
Turning audio system off.
Now you can also tell the satellite navigation system to go home, and you can change the temperature in the car all from this voice activation. Very good, very useful. Bluetooth phone, you pay your phone up, take calls. Sound system volume, also the phone volume, different modes, CD, AM, FM, etc. To skip tracks or stations, and automatic climate control odds there, and you can control the temperature either from the voice activation or from these controls here. We also have park assist, where the car will park itself. That's the EV button, which I can explain, and of course we have that reversing camera there as well, which is very useful for reversing up to things close to. 6 CD changer. All the controls for the radio can be controlled from here, as well as the steering wheel, and you've also got a host of other features and menu buttons on the side of the central instrument panel. Lots of cubby holes, lots of very useful storage in the Prius, and we also get an auxiliary power point and also an auxiliary input jack, so you can play your MP3, your iPod through there, and then select auxiliary on the radio front. All the manuals for the car are here, including the locking wheel nut key. They work different to other cars, but they work very well. Running down the airbags, we've got airbags in the A-pillar, sides of the seats, and also the rear C-pillars, and the front passenger airbag and the driver's airbag as well. So all in all, a very well equipped car. I'll just show you now some all the manuals and the paperwork. So just looking at the service history, we have the Toyota service book here, with also a service print from Toyota backing up all the servicing, tyres, etc. that's ever been replaced on the car is there in a printout, as well as all these stamps. Just run through them briefly. So it's serviced at 15, 20, probably was serviced at 30, but we've got to try and check up on that, but stamped up again at 41, 53, 64, all at Toyota as you can see, 75, and last at 85,000 miles in the 15th of March 2012. So the next one's due at 95,000 or March 2013, and of course the warranty is still valid on the hybrid system to 100,000 miles, so lots of warranty left on the hybrid part of the car as well. So it's done the miles, but it's been very well looked after. All the service check sheets are here from all the money that's been spent on the servicing. Things like tyres, etc. are all in here with all the check sheets. And as I mentioned earlier, all the manuals are here. The operator's manual, don't think it's ever been used, along with the extra CD-ROMs for the sat-nav system for Europe, and also the locking wheel nut key for the removing the wheels off the car. Just had it MOT today, so it's now MOT'd till June the 13th 2013 with no advisories, and showing just one no previous keeper but one keeper, Toyota Financial Services. So which is why we know it's been very well looked after and serviced as and when it should have been. There's the registration and the date of registration, 29th of April 2009. Alternative fuel car, and at 104 grams per kilometre CO2, that equals £10 a year road tax. And we've just taxed it this afternoon for 12 months. So it's taxed, it's MOT'd, serviced, up to date, as all ready to go, and there's 2 keys as well. So before I walk you around the car, I'll just take you now for a short test drive. So welcome to the test drive. The key is in the slot. I'll press power, my foot on the brake, that's it, the car is on. Select D for drive, handbrake off, squeeze the throttle, and away we go. Very smooth and quiet. And because we're going down a little bit of a slope, the petrol engine is now off, so we're not using any fuel whatsoever, which is a rather nice eco-friendly way of driving. Whether you can see the screen here in the camera, but basically that is now showing that it's putting charge back into the battery. So when we do require the power, it can draw initially off the battery, and then it's drawing power off the battery now. If I go to accelerate, the petrol engine starts up seamlessly and pulls us forward. I come off the throttle, hardly any transmission drag. So we brake into this corner gently. Again, the petrol engine has been off since I've come off the throttle. Squeeze the throttle, I'm just on battery power. And it's a very well proven hybrid system on the Prius. They've been around since 1996. Lots of information of them on the internet, and the failure rate of these cars is practically negligible. Very, very reliable. Great gearboxes, CVT gearboxes, constant variable transmission. And of course, because the petrol engine is off half the time, even though it's showing 87,000, it's probably only done 40,000 miles, because say half the time the engine is not actually on. So I just pull up, pulls up nice and straight. Of course, it's also had the benefit of those very recent new Toyota discs. So you come to a halt, it's absolutely quiet. So That concludes the test drive, and I'll take you now for a final walk around the car. So welcome back from the test drive. So I'll just walk you around the car and show you the depth of the tyres and any scratches and marks I can see, whether you can hear me over the wind. I'm brewing up a bit of a storm, I think. The front tyres are down to about 2-3 millimetres on the front. That is a Goodyear tyre. The discs have been replaced at the last service, so they're fine. Now this front wheel trim has got a tiny bit of grazing to it. This is a plastic trim which you can replace for about £30 should you want some brand new ones on there. The windscreen is absolutely chip free. There's not a mark on the windscreen at all. Looking at the wing mirror, that's got a little bit of scuffing on, but so that will touch in with a touch-in pen. The sides are very clean, no scratches or dents, so it's not yet been polished and valeted. On the back we have a Bridgestone, which is about very recent tyre. I'd say that's a good 5-6 millimetres on that tyre. And again, this is showing some slight amount of scuffing to the plastic wheel trim. The back bumper is very clean. Often we see scratches where things have been dragged out, but this is very, very clean indeed. Looks nice in this Aztec bronze. I quite like the colour. This is another, what's this? We've got a Continental on the back. Again, very recent. I'd say that's a good 6-7 millimetres on that tyre. And this wheel trim, there's a little bit of scuffing there. So you can see, looking down the sides, there is no parking dents. This wing mirror is fine, it just got flies on it, just needs a good clean. And the front tyre is another Goodyear, and the same as the other front tyre. It's probably another 1,000 miles or so, perhaps a bit more than that to be honest. It's about 2.5 millimetres on that tyre. And this wheel trim is showing a little bit of scuff to the plastic wheel trim, and again those brake discs are very recent indeed. The front is a little bit chippy, a few stone chips, the worst being this one on the bonnet, which will touch in, and the rest we will touch in. We've got a bronze touching pen, so we will touch in these chips, but it's the original bonnet of course, and as with all our cars they are HPI clear. To show you the road tax, taxed till the end of May 2013 at just £10. So these will return 55 to 60 miles to the gallon, £10 a year to tax, very comfortable to drive, and in the best trim available, the T-Spirit, with that all-important cream leather, which is very unusual and very luxurious for a Toyota Prius. So thank you for watching. If you have any more questions, then feel free to give me, Jonathan, a call anytime.